Thought we were.
Tyler, is that a picture of Shawn Michaels up in there?
Yes.
Yeah, my avatar wasn't working, so I just put a random one at.
I was just like, what the fuck?
I thought we were live the whole time, but we're live now.
No, yeah, yes, but
Okay.
yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, the shit's real. We talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, doing representing. As always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
You know what it is, Al Capitan, Jesus Shuttleworth the God, aka the GOAT Artist, aka LB Lauderdale Boss, aka I'm finally back, nigga, aka Sample Kings Forever is out now, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, make sure you stream that. I know I've been saying Sample Kings Forever coming soon. But that bitch here now. So yeah, we here. So I don't be lying. There ain't no cap here. That shit's out. So yeah, let's get it. Ring Gang, we back here. Monday night basketball. Oh shit. Monday night football. Fucking Monday night fighting, nigga. Monday night boxing.
Boxing, my nigga.
I ain't been here. I ain't talked no boxing with y'all niggas in so long. I don't even know what the fuck.
He talking basketball. The Knicks must have won.
I'm saying, like,
Knicks won. Brunson's cold as fuck. God damn.
Knicks won.
Knicks won.
Yeah, they came back again. 3-1. They can't. Man, they're crazy. Tatum towards Achilles. I feel bad. I just want to say, Tatum gets, real quick, honestly, Tatum gets a lot of hate, but the internet's ruthless, bro. Like, goddamn, he don't deserve the hate anyway, but now the hate's OD with him tearing his Achilles and shit.
Well, yeah, he got injured though. He got carried. He was wheeled out in a wheelchair, bro.
Wheelchair crying and shit.
Hey, nigga, Steve Kerr say you don't work hard enough, nigga. Fuck that, nigga.
That was Edwards.
No, he put Jason Tatum on the bench during the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. He benched Tatum.
Why? Because he's like, nigga, you don't even want to be here, nigga. You trying to get a lineup, nigga. Now you can get infinite lineups, nigga.
You stupid as fuck. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You know who this is? Your boy King People. They can box in the building. Ring Game Radio all day. Let's go. Monday night boxing. Let's get it.
Yeah, you know, like I said, because New York will be, if God forbid New York wins an NBA championship in 2025. Oh yeah, that city's gonna burn. And
I mean, I want to see it because they ain't never won one. Nigga.
They won two.
They won two.
I mean, what? It's 73, nigga.
72 and 76.
Oh wow! On, like goddamn, they up there with the Dolphins. Then
that's
shit.
Crazy. That's crazy. My mama ain't never seen them niggas win. Like, come on.
Damn.
But yeah. Like I said, that city will burn if they win. Trust. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's fly? It's Conscious Pilot, West Coast Avenger, preparing for liftoff Monday. Finally on time because we late, but we here. Let's go.
Yo, that's low key a bar. Finally on time because we late. Yo, that might be a bar. Right?
That is fire.
And this nigga did that. He remixed his intro too.
I was like, is he doing some West Side Gun shit?
No, I was trying to do the HBK beginning, the HBK entrance music in the beginning. But Constant, he stays elevated. As you can tell by that intro, you dig. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, you already know who the fuck it is. Rome Top 5, Chicago's on. We here, nigga. Start them up.
Yes, sir. Rome Top 5 too. You know, he's been missing for a little bit too, but we glad to have him back as well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, as always, you know, boxing, you know, can't avoid its controversy. You know, the most controversial fight of this past weekend, you know, involving one Manuel Navarrete and one underdog Charlie Suarez, you know, undefeated and everything like that. So the fight itself, like low key, I don't know if you want if it falls short of a fight of the year candidate, but it was close because
it definitely falls short of a fight of the year. It was getting there. So I felt like if we would have got 12 rounds, we would have got a fight of the year.
It's up there as fuckery of the year candidate. So.
Yeah, definitely got that one.
Yeah, I mean the fuckery started obviously with Navarrete, who, like I said, we all love Navarrete's style in the ring. Like, you know, dude, we all know he's a talent. He's a pound for pound talent though. But dude began in his own way a little bit too much, like lately. And then this thing, you know, dude almost lost his belt on the scales. Like it took like 3 tries for him to make the weight to lose 0.3 pounds
again, because it's not the first time.
Yeah, it's not the first time. So
leave the churros alone.
Yes, churros, the pizza, whatever. Get you a nutritionist. Like, I mean, I get it. Them burritos is good, but nah, fuck that.
I know the little street tacos with the corn and that shit be
I mean,
busting, but chill.
carne asada be slapping, but shit.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sure it does with that fucking spoon, nigga. But no, like you need to chill with that shit.
Seriously though.
Have we ever seen Navarrete look like he's in shape? He fights like he's in shape,
I mean,
but he never looks it.
I mean, well, he started like a 118 or 122, right? And seems like he's not motivated no more, right? Is that what it is? I don't know. It seems like he lost the hunger, the passion. He just goes off.
No,
hold
on. He ain't never lose no hunger. So don't say that.
Because the way he fights, you can't watch a Navarrete fight and tell me he ain't hungry. Like,
no, I mean, I think he's coasting off his talent. Like people say he's mid or whatever, but
he's hungry in more ways than one.
It works for him. I'm saying it works for him, but it's like maybe he's not putting in the work no more. I mean, he's the second time he blew weight like this.
But this is the thing. If that's the case, I wish everybody was like Navarrete did. I wish everybody was just not hungry and not determined and intense when they fight.
Facts.
Because if that's the case, goddamn, the whole sport would be better if niggas acted like Navarrete. Like,
yeah, because I mean, honestly, it looked like he was actually going to get dude up out of there in the first couple of rounds because he had already had bloodied dude's nose. He was landing them right hands.
Remember, I was in the chat like, goddamn, he's beating the shit out of. He buckled this nigga with like a right hand, like.
Yeah, it is like okay, so apparently Navarrete is not going to face any consequences for barely making weight and shit like that, and looking like real like fleshy around the middle and shit, the pigeon fat and shit. So it's like but then Suarez though, I'll get you Filipinos pilot y'all don't take that y'all don't take no L's like lying down easy sometimes.
We got heart, man. We got heart. He made me proud. He made me proud with the fight back. He made me proud with the.
Boy, did he fight back! Shit.
Yeah, he fought back. This shit was getting real interesting until they saved Navarrete.
It was getting a good fucking fight.
It was getting real because they kept hurting each other, right? I feel like they kept hurting each other, like nonstop.
Yeah, no, they were, and then even the ref was like fight back, and Suarez would fight hard, like get off the ropes and shit like that when Navarrete was doing his thing. And then you saw Navarrete like maybe after maybe the fourth round or so, you could tell that that weight cut was starting to affect him, that he was starting to slow down a little bit. He
was slowing down, but then the punches just got like longer and stronger. Like he just paused.
That cut. I mean,
he just started just launching shit. I'm like, God damn, why does nigga punch him from 10 feet back?
Yeah. But that cut affected him clearly. That he didn't fight the same after that cut.
Yeah. I mean, at first, yeah, I mean, the first time I saw it, I thought it was a headbutt, and then after that, they showed the replay. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, hold up, no, that's actual punch." Like, and then and I'm thinking myself, and then they said it was going to be instant replay. So the instant replay was going to be like, okay, they're going to saw it as a punch, and they're talking about it was the shoulder did it, even though the punch showed that the blood was pouring after the punch, so it was inconclusive. That nonsense.
That shit was a clear punch. Like I don't know what the fuck they were looking at.
But after that one, Navarrete though, you could tell he do all that lunging and shit. Like, and Suarez was starting to line him up. There was like one punch that Suarez landed. It was a right on the button as Navarrete was like lunged in and stopped him right in his track. I was like, oh shit! But it was near the end of the round that he couldn't really follow up with it. And Navarrete was just fighting blind. Like he was starting to catch hands. Like Suarez was like starting to put some hands on him, like serious hands on him, and that blood.
He got himself back into the fight.
Yeah, and it was just and unfortunately, like Navarrete's corner, they couldn't close the cut. They couldn't stop the bleeding. They had no adrenaline. They didn't use the Vaseline. They didn't do none of that. Like it was.
This had Mike Tyson 1990 corner right here. Okay.
I mean, he needed that, bro.
What's the Douglas corner over here? It's like fuck it. Look, fill a condom up with water, nigga. Shit, something like.
Yeah. That might be one of the more incompetent things you'd ever see in a corner. Like, I don't know what they thought. Like putting ice in a condom was gonna be enough to act as a compressor in that motherfucker's eye. Like
that's why I say boxing is unmatched for fuckery.
Yeah. Tyson's corner. Like honestly, I would fight everyone in that corner. It's like you put a condom in my eye. Like you see that. Like where's the metal cold compressed? Like where's that? Like come on. I mean, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, I would have went with someone just. Taking the old school razor and nicking, putting a cut underneath the swelling to let of course they don't do that no more. because you cut the muscle on the eye and that eye droops forever, like David Reed. So it's like, it was that was a competent corner though. But Navarrete's card, they tried to keep him in the fight though, but the doctor was like, okay, yeah, nah, this is we're gonna call this. This is gonna be a wrap. And Navarrete escapes. Like one judge had it pretty wide for him, and the other judges had that was like 76, 75.
They saved. I mean, be real. They saved because it looked like he was on the verge of getting stopped. Oh, the fight was going bad. They saved Navarrete. I feel like.
I felt like Navarrete was still winning, but the fight wasn't going his direction. Like
at all. Yeah.
If we would have got a couple more rounds, we would have really seen, because this is the thing. Navarrete was still dangerous. He was still landing on Suarez. So it's not like
he was still turning up.
I've seen Suarez a few times. He's a sniper. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it's not the level of Navarrete is knocking out guys. He's been clocking guys cold. So
Suarez could punch. Like
Suarez can punch.
Yeah, he got his hands kind of.
Shit.
Decent speed wise too.
Them Filipinos. A lot of them can pack punches. You know what I'm saying?
Power.
Oh no! Wait! Shout outs to Marquis. Salute to about he didn't pay for that fight night upgrade. Yeah. That round 2, where you pressing the R1, you got to hold the button. And you damn rubbing the.
But that shit failed. I failed on that shit so many times.
I used to hate that shit because they don't give you enough time. You up here like fuck that. Like,
that's facts too. Yo.
And then they changed it. I feel like they changed it after they changed the method of it and shit. It was stupid.
Yeah, like it's like stop making the games too realistic. Like we want it realistic. Like the parts we want realistic, y'all do some playful shit. The shit we want some playful. Okay, this is a video game. Y'all get it super realistic. No, I'm not trying to fucking rubber and swell on a motherfucker or like no, like nigga, I'm not boxing for real. Like I'm not trying to be in a goddamn corner. Like cut this shit out. Like. But yeah, anyway, we back to the fight. What up, John Dada? Salute,
John Dada. But yeah, so Navarrete pretty much escapes with it, with just by the skin of his teeth or whatever. And of course, no one was really fucking with all that much because everyone was like, Bradley was over there. It's like, yo, that's he was flip flopping, but in the end, it was like, yo, that's a punch. Everyone saw it was a punch. Like they showed like 6 or 7 different angles.
Hey Pat, you know what it reminded me of real quick? It reminded me kind of how they did Matisse in Mexico against Hernandez.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty much the same thing. Home cooking, A-side shit.
Yeah, it was home cooking. Like it was just like, come on, like Suarez, because Suarez definitely did not deserve to lose and didn't definitely deserve to lose like that. And it was just like it. Although I said Suarez, he took it in stride though. Like I would have been pissed and everything like that. Like he was just, he was talking like real even keel and shit like that. But
I think because he know how hard the fight was. Like because that was a good fucking fight. So I get it. Like, and then I don't honestly like I don't. I can see him not talking too much shit because honestly, I still want the fucking rematch. If he was to act too much like he had the stoppage, niggas be like, all right, we ain't gotta fight you again, motherfucker. You got it.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm gonna be humble. Let's run it back. That's all. Run it back.
I mean, it looks like that's where it's going because right now the commission's gonna because he filed the complaint with the commission. So the commission, I mean, it's leaning towards either declaring it a no contest, which would be fair, but it really should be TKO. Like it should.
Yeah. But I'm cool with the no contest because at least it. But then the thing is with a no contest, we need them to fight again because then I just felt like we just had like a one-off bizarro world fight with these niggas that was good, but we all just supposed to forget about it type shit because it don't mean it's no contest.
I mean, it's reportedly that they say that the contract details and stuff like that is like it's like done or whatever. I think they're just waiting for what the ruling's going to be.
I hope they fight again this year, or at least start next year off with that fight. Because
I mean, it depends.
I know the cut got a heel, so
Yeah, that cut's gonna sell. I mean, I'm guessing it'll probably be in the fall. I'm guessing that fight will probably happen. Hopefully, maybe like early fall, something like that, depending on what that cut is like.
Yeah. We'll give it to like October, like.
But I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though. WBO is like, okay, look, you're going to be out for a little bit. Fine, we're just going to call it interim. right? And Suarez will go into that fight, and he'll fight whoever, and then whoever has his interim belt, Navarrete has to fight. That's how they do it these days.
I don't mind that either. I don't mind. I think that's good. That's a good look because at least that don't punish Suarez. Like, let him still do his thing. Like,
yeah, exactly though. But Navarrete though, like I said, Navarrete keeps shooting himself in the foot with these type of fights. Like, bro has to like someone needs to sit down, like, look, discipline him. Like, I mean, he's in fighting condition, yes, but his habits are just affecting how he's like. Like he fights hard. Like, he's not like he's like out there just on some sluggish shit.
And he gets, because this is the sloppiest we've seen him.
Yeah.
Like, the way he kind of, and he was still landing. Oh my God, that's crazy. But
yeah,
I'm not used to him throwing long 5-foot punches and shit. Like, the uppercut, yeah. Like, we all know he has the Joe Higashi shit he be doing. But them right hands, like, this nigga was literally like try to like travel across the ring with them shits.
Yeah, like, I mean, like dude hasn't been sharp since probably the Joet Gonzalez fight. Like, that was probably like the fight that was like that. I mean, that was a sharp Navarrete. After that one, he has not been that sharp.
Kind of be hit or miss. Like,
yeah,
like he looked sharp at certain parts against Oscar Valdez, but then there's some parts where he didn't look all that sharp. It just looked like he was doing just enough, and that enough was enough. Like,
yeah.
Well, I don't know. This is the thing, like, with Navarrete, like, I don't think he's like a company favorite. Like, they don't treat him like he's like they'll look out, but I don't think they look out for him like they do Jose Ramirez are done in the past, or Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko, other guys like that. Like, Navarrete's one of those, like, they kind of look out for him because they have to type shit. Like,
right, because he has a belt and he's a fan favorite. Like, people like watching him fight,
Yeah, but you can tell they don't, because they don't never really try to set up no bigger fights for him, or like he's good. He's in good quality fights, but he's never had that damn Valdez Burchell type of fight. Or
I stepped away. You talking about Muratalla?
No, nigga.
Damn, nigga.
No, I stepped away. My bad. Who you talking about?
My bad. I need to speed up. Then this nigga already in the future and shit.
Oh, my fault.
But no, I was just saying that I don't think they don't fuck with Navarrete like that, because I think if they did, he would have never got that draw with Concepcion, or
Conceição, yeah, like and that was a gift. I mean, that could have been a gift draw for him, or he should have lost. Like, I mean, I
didn't think he lost that. I thought he won.
The second knockdown, I think that the second knockdown looked like it almost KO'd him, but that second knockdown he got kind of helped him a lot in that fight.
Yeah,
he didn't get that.
And the Barancek fight, like, that could have gone either way. That fight was still a shitty fight for both them niggas.
Yeah, they could have gave that to Navarrete.
They could have gave that to Navarrete. Dude, if Oscar Valdez or anybody else has that same type of performance, they give him that fight.
Yeah.
That fight showed me that they don't really fuck with Navarrete like that.
Yeah, I mean,
he kind of got like,
if he was Mexican American, they might have given him the nod.
Yeah. Like, that was his Jamel Charlo, Tony Harrison first fight. Like, it was the worst he looked, and they said, you know what? Let's get this nigga a belt, because we might not ever get a chance to give him a fucking belt again.
Yeah,
and he got the belt.
Yeah, I mean, we saw with Valdez too. Like, Valdez against Conceição, after he popped dirty or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a fight that, like, they looked out for Valdez. Like, okay, yeah, we'll give Valdez. I mean, although, Conceição, he did kind of fade, but it was like,
now that could have been a fucking draw.
Yeah.
But I don't have no problem with Oscar Valdez winning that, though. I felt like he kind of was stronger in the second half and kind of nicked it. But yeah, you could tell they love some fucking Oscar Valdez. Look how they treated him with the goddamn Adam Lopez fights. Yeah. And shout outs to Blue Nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they always looking out for Valdez, but Navarrete's like, here, nigga, damn. Like, that's how they fuck with him. Like,
yeah, they do, and it sucks too, because it's like I feel for Suarez too, but hopefully, like, Suarez, they get. I mean, Suarez doesn't turn into like a Johnny Rice situation. I mean, and that situation is still messed up, because to this day, it's never gonna sit right with any of us. What happened with Johnny Rice? He takes the zero of a prospect, and he's on the sidelines why the prospect is getting put into big fights.
Literally ever since. I hope they get I hope they keep Suarez around. Like give Suarez let him fight that Cortez guy that was on the card, or even like Nova who they might have cut, or like the beard nigga, or fucking even bring fucking what's his name back. Bring who you just talking about? Who you just talking about? No. Valdez, Valdez. They bring Valdez back if his career's not over. You know what I'm saying?
Valdez.
If it's not a rematch, give him a significant 130 fight on your platform. That's all.
Yeah. And I hope so. But Navarrete, though, like I said, as he's healing from his cut, he needs to make some changes, and then even after he runs back with Suarez, hopefully Top Rank will, realize hey, we got O'Shaquie Foster, he's still signed to us. Like put him in
in a meaningful fight. Thank you.
Yeah, because Navarrete has shown to be able to beat different types of fighters, and which is why we say that's the pound for pound talent show. Let him show that talent.
Because he's beaten and fought different types of styles. He's fought the boxers, he's fought swarmers, he ain't fought Mexicans, everything.
He ain't fought the slick black fighter yet, but that's another story. But I think he should probably move.
He hasn't. But let's be honest.
Okay,
what slick black fighter is there out there right now?
I said this. I said this earlier. I said I think Ford, Roach. And
them niggas ain't slick, bro.
I think I'm saying I think
them niggas they could be Mexican for all we know, like the way they fight.
I'm just saying I think out of those three, Foster's the most beatable. But I think I feel like Navarrete he's kind of, I'm not saying he's washed, but I just think he's due for eventually going to get knocked out cold or something. Man. I don't know who it's going to be, but I think he's kind of over for Navarrete. Maybe he could go to lightweight, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
mean, maybe Ray Ford. He's at 130 now, right?
Yeah, he's at 130.
I mean, those are all good fights, but because Ray Ford hitting harder now, but he ain't slick. He's gonna get hit too.
He's slick enough. I'm just saying, that's the style he had.
No, wait. Let's just fucking stop this. I'm tired of that goddamn word. These motherfuckers right now are not slick. Stop fucking saying slick. There ain't no nigga at 130, 135, 140, 147 that's fucking slick.
Roach looks slick in the last fight.
These niggas ain't slick, dude. Roach.
No, I'm not
bro. Okay. Fucking Mickey Ward, winky right defense ain't slick. This nigga was just timing when to block, put his hands down, counter, and still lost the goddamn fight. What the fuck slickness did he show against Tank?
He ain't getting knocked out.
He show good boxing.
He ain't knocked out what everybody expected. He ain't getting knocked out.
But that don't mean you slick. You can have defense, but don't mean you slick.
I think
do you know what slick means?
He showed levels and layers. That's my opinion. I think Roach.
But that ain't slick.
Foster, these guys are, they're slicker than the guys Navarrete.
These niggas are not slick at all, though. They got defense, bro.
They got better defense than Valdez and Suarez.
Of course. But they not slick.
Okay,
slick is Pernell Whitaker.
Okay, hold on. What's another word for slick? Let's find a substitute. What's another word? Give me.
There is no other word. Dude. It's like, let's find another word for pro-black. There isn't, nigga. You either fucking pro-black or you a goddamn coon.
Well, I mean,
what the fuck is a better word for slick?
Quote unquote woke and militant.
Shit, there ain't no such thing as woke, because your ass never should have been to fucking sleep. Not in this goddamn country. But nah, dude. Anselm Moreno was slicker than these niggas. Pernell Whitaker, Rigondeaux, fucking even Zab is slicker than these niggas. Shambe Mitchell slicker than these niggas.
I was waiting for you to mention that. I was like, this nigga not mentioning no damn Shambe Mitchell.
Chris Bird, there's so many niggas that's slick. Slick is when your defense is smooth. You could transition into offense.
James Toney was slick as it gets.
James Toney was slick. Mm-hmm. Fucking Broner is slicker than these niggas. Come on, man. These niggas their defense is solid, but they not slick. That recipe is gone from black boxing. These niggas ain't slick no more. Mm-hmm. So saying, yo, he hasn't fought the black slick American style, it's bullshit. The motherfucker has to go in a time machine to fight that style. Because these niggas right now ain't slick.
Yeah, they get
Niggas was trying to call Stephen Fulton slick. He ain't slick for shit.
No, he ain't slick. He the
Tyson Fury is slicker than these motherfuckers.
That's fair.
And you know I'm not lying.
Yeah. No, it's the truth.
But my main point is he still ain't fought a nigga that got better defense than the niggas he's fighting. That's all I'm saying. Is that a better way to put it?
Okay, like I guess he hasn't fought somebody with quality defense.
All right, so do y'all think he should Navarrete should stay at 130 or maybe try 135 again?
I think crafty is a better word to use than slick, but
thank you. Yeah, crafty.
Okay, yeah, I give that because crafty could mean you have a knowledge and a way about going things. It doesn't have to be aesthetically pleasing because remember, slickness looks pretty. It's beautiful. It's smooth. It's
yeah.
That's slick. Craftiness could look cool, but then craftiness could be Bernard Hopkins, or it could be Casamayor fucking elbow you with the forearm type shit.
Or even Bradley swarming ass.
Or like Usyk. Like I consider Usyk a very crafty fight.
Usyk's crafty, yeah. Usyk's crafty.
Thank you. Like King P with the bailout. Yeah. I'll call these niggas crafty, but I will not call these niggas SLICK, nigga.
Thank you, King P. We got crafty now, so I'm gonna use that one.
Crafty.
Please. I personally get offended when you say slick, because I don't see slickness right now in boxing.
How about Shakur?
I'll post up more slickness with my fucking shorts, nigga.
How about Shakur?
Shakur, nigga, I throw this fucking thing at you, nigga. The fuck? The most runningest motherfucker in boxing, and you calling him slick?
I'm just saying.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. There ain't enough chance left us in the world for me to launch at you. Like, god damn, like, stop, like, no, dude. 3 foot rule. If you have to move more than 3 feet away from your opponent on defense, you're not slick. You just fucking running. You're over moving.
That's facts.
That's all it is. That's why niggas get so offended when these young motherfuckers be like, man, hey, Pernell Whitaker fought the same way. No, the fuck he didn't. God damn.
Yo,
all them YouTubes out there, watch a fucking fight before you say some stupid shit like that.
It's like this thing like me and LB we were talking about in our IG inbox about, like I said, about McCallum and Tony, like, and like I said, I put like I said, there was a video and I put a post on it like, this type of boxing doesn't exist because it showed defense in the pocket of both McCallum and Tony, defensively responsible but throwing the offense, and they showed it like one step, like there was like when they were trying to wait, it was one step back or one step to the side pivoting, like there was no more than maybe 2 steps max, and if they moved 3 steps, it was just to reset. It wasn't just to evade a punch. It was just kind of reset. And I mentioned in the post, like, we don't see a type of boxing, and niggas was like replying back to me like, I didn't watch enough boxing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Imagine telling Pat he ain't watching enough boxing. I couldn't even look at no more comments. Like,
because I even screenshot. I showed this nigga too. I was like, you see this shit? This is the shit that I be getting. Or they talk about, watch Ben versus Eubank. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Go and tell me, fucking Gotti Ward is slick this too now. Hold on, wait. Let me go to this fucking damn comments. All right, shout out William Haney, this whoever the fuck this nigga is. Yes, it's the real Shuttleworth. I'm back, nigga. So Crawford not a slick fighter? Sugar. That sounds mad.
Honestly, that's mad sus. I wouldn't consider Crawford a slick fighter. He's more crafty. He can have slick moments. But overall, younger, I wouldn't label him a slick fighter. No.
I think when he was younger, when his legs were a little better, he was, I would say he was. But yeah, I mean, he's crafty. He's a versatile.
Well, I mean, hold on. Never mind. You just said that because I was gonna say I think he has some slickness to him, but he's not all the way slick.
No, because this is the thing. Like when I look at Crawford, I see dynamic offense and great boxing ability, and I see a mean fighter. I don't see slickness.
And he rolls with the punches.
I'm going through tapes. I'm not going to pull out. Oh yeah, Crawford. Yeah,
I mean,
there's some slickness.
most times he rolls the punches, but he don't have the head movement, I guess, like that, because when you think about Slick, you think about the head movement and
like I said, I think he has moments.
It's more than just the head movement. It's the angles. It's the way you dodge, parry. It's almost like poetry in motion. It's real sweet science. Crawford is more like sets you up, line you up, beat the shit out of you. Like there's no real.
But a quick shot before he became alcoholic or whatever. Jamal Charlo was pretty slick. Jamal. Can you say yes to Jamal? Like kind of
no.
Nigga, like where?
he had some that shot, that catch and shoot he had on fucking on J-Rock.
That's great defense. That's great timing. That's craftiness. That's skills. Like
I'd say
I know you want to call everything a black person does that's cool, slick,
no.
But it just don't equate to that.
Not every nigga's slick, but I've seen moments where like Tank, Jamal, certain of these niggas have slick moments. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let me go to So Clarissa Shields not a slick fighter.
Hell no.
Hell no. Is Boots not okay? You know what?
Boots has slick.
I'll give you Boots.
But he gets
Boots is capable of being slick.
He gets hit though.
Yeah, but he knocks motherfuckers out. God damn.
Yeah, no, Boots. Yeah, Boots.
Boots will show more slickness in 6 rounds than Shakur Stevenson will do in 12 rounds, and one's getting the knockout.
I will say when it comes to slickness, this day and age, Bam shows a lot of that. Can we get back? Can I say, God, you're hard to please, Paul. God damn, nobody's slick to you.
Because the thing is, it's like we're seeing 2 different things. It's like you're trying to equate all this shit to slickness, and they're not really. It's like think. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, Oscar De La Hoya, like, what would you call his defense out of 1 through 10? Pilot.
Like an 8.
Okay, Okay, Costa Zoo, what you call his defense? 1 through 10.
7. He was alright. He was 7. He's average. I think he'd average.
Okay, Adonis Stevenson, what you call his defense? 1 through 10.
I'm beyond. Like a 6.
Chad Dawson.
I think Chad Dawson's a pretty good defense. I feel like. I don't know.
1 through 10.
8.
Okay. So
real quick, let me ask you one. What do you give James Toney slick? A 10 or a 9?
Oh, Sandor Martin.
What the fuck?
Sandor Martin is not slick. Sandor Martin.
Wait, who the fuck bringing up Sandor? Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm missing comments. God damn, y'all busy.
Sandor
what about Chocolate? Wait. Rob, what up? What up, Rob? What's good? Salute. What about Chocolate Tito? Is he not slick? He hides under the arms. That's craftiness, man. Slick is like a style. Like Chocolate Tito's defense is like a 9, like 8, 9, 10. Like it's up there. But just because you have great defense don't mean you're slick.
Hold on. I actually would have considered Sonny Edwards a slick fighter.
Sonny Edwards is slick.
I would consider Sonny Edwards slick. Yeah. Sonny Edwards is slick.
Sandor Martin, no. Sandor Martin is a spoiler. Ugly.
Sandor Martin's more spoiler, crafty caginess than I would say slick.
There's nothing aesthetically pleasing about Sandor Martin.
Quality defense, yes, but I wouldn't call it slick. Like, and the point I'm making with Pilot, with naming all the fighters and he's giving me the defense. Once your defense starts getting to 8, 9, and 10, even 7, you have good defense, but that don't mean you're slick.
Yeah, I mean,
a guy like Emmanuel Augustus is more slick than some of these niggas y'all naming.
Like with Sonny Edwards, I mean, until like the Bam fight, because that was when he had the injuries and stuff like that. Sonny was hard, Sonny was hard to legitimately hit. And dude would box you. He was annoying for boxing because he would box you up like that. But his defense was like, because he would keep you in line with a movement and some jab and stuff like that. So yeah, and it didn't look like it was struggle either. Like he literally like it was flowing from feet to his hands. Like that shit was in sync.
Exactly. It's a style, man. Like Sonny Edwards. Yeah, he could run around and move a little bit. But he didn't move too much. He always threw that jab.
Last name I want to mention, because I think in this day and age, because I think we have to grade on a curve, I guess, now with
with
ain't no fucking curves on Ring Gang, nigga. You either do it or you do it or not.
The last name I mentioned is going to be Puello.
Hell no.
Nigga, you don't get the fuck out of here.
He always does enough to win, man. He's craft, like whatever. We're done. Okay.
Yeah,
dude, what the fuck did you see in Puello to say he's slick?
The way he dealt with the JR with Antoine Russell.
Nah, he just peeped the weak game. Like he just peeped something weak in Russell's game. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I can't say that though, but Russell had
100% kill ratio in like almost 20 fights, and he made him look a little average. That's all I'm saying.
But he didn't look, dude. Slick is what Billy Joe Saunders did to David Lemieux.
Yeah, that's
slick. When you making a nigga miss and you go like this, that's fucking slick.
Yeah, slick is what Floyd did to Canelo. That's fucking slick.
We didn't mention Sweet Pea at all. Pernell Whitaker, rest in peace. That's like
it was the first name I mentioned.
Oh, I missed that.
Nigga, I was talking to you saying it.
I missed that shit.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'd say that. I mean, Navarrete. I'm not saying that he's not capable. I mean, he beat a slick-like fighter in Ruben Villa. Like, I mean, that was. I wouldn't
even call him slick, but he's a quality boxer and has good defense.
Right. That's
picked him to win.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the closest. And Navarrete like dropped him twice, almost knocked him out, and still won it was still a close fight and everything like that. But yeah, I'd say Navarrete, like, I mean, I say the higher he goes up, he's more vulnerable. But he would, I mean, if he wants to stay at 130, he's gonna have to get a dietitian or something like that. He's gonna have to change. Else, there's more of a chance he'll lose that belt on the scales, and he'll like, 135 is the move. Like, I mean, career-wise, 135 is probably the best move for him, because that's where the money fights are for him.
Yeah. Yeah, Navarrete versus Zepeda would be a fucking fight of the century. Like, my goodness.
Yeah.
But I know Navarrete, the Villa fight showed me he could handle somebody who's trying to box him.
Yeah.
Because I expected Villa to box him up, or at least have a better account of himself. Like, and all y'all, I think, picked Navarrete. I look stupid on that shit. I appreciate boxing, and so like, yeah, Pilot, like that slick shit don't be working all the time.
All right, so the last thing on Navarrete before we go on, do y'all think he could be, like, say Espinoza moved up? Who wins that?
That's a goddamn. These are some good fights.
Yeah, I mean, right now I have to say Espinoza, because Espinoza is very textbook too. He doesn't do any, like, I'd say he like not it. And funny too is, I mean, Espinoza is also bigger than him too, like naturally bigger than him.
Yeah, naturally bigger. Yeah,
he fights tall. That's a hard fight. But the thing is with Navarrete, you can't really prepare for him. He kind of has that Pacquiao thing going for him, where
he's so fucking awkward. He's hard to train for.
Yeah, because who are you going to go in there and have practice throwing 5-foot uppercuts off the ground? and you have to do it because you know it's going to come. You know he's going to throw that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is going to be throwing Johnny Cage uppercuts at you?
You got a reverse age Manuel Augustus or some shit.
Yeah, so it's like he has I just think Navarrete. I think it's everything we've said so far. Like, it's a little bit of, I don't think he recognizes he knows he's not a favorite of the company.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just has too many vices outside. He likes to eat. I don't think he take boxing super serious. He's prideful because he fight with a lot of pride. Like, and I think that's what kind of keep him in the game.
But eventually, though, I mean, that shit will slow up if he keeps, if he doesn't take care of himself. And, then, like I said, more people start, the people are starting to put hands on him now. It's only, like I said, so, I still have confidence he can still turn it around, but, yeah, it's got to start with his weight first, because, yeah, dude shouldn't be struggling to be making his weight. If you're struggling to make your weight, give up your belt, move up. And then
just go to 135 and put on some muscle. Like, like, you can't be looking that flabby as a full-time boxer, nigga.
Yeah. But speaking of 135 too, like Remy Murataya and Zar Abdullayev, Yeah, unfortunately, that fight was a little bit of a snoozer because it was like Murataya, like I said, he boxed him up in first gear. Like he didn't like. I don't know if Murataya himself is too big for 135 or whatever. He had a hard concept, but I mean, maybe I'm just flabbergasted by the fact that some of these lighter weights, these lightweights, their work rate is just so low or mid.
I wouldn't say that fight was a snoozer. It was decent. Because I mean, we've seen some fucking snoozers.
Actually, but I expected something a little bit more dynamic.
This would be a fight of the year compared to that Fatal Fury card, nigga.
Hey, nigga, no, you get no argument about that. But I'm just saying, I thought it could be Murataya could have done more to get Abdulayev out of there, and he just didn't. You know, it's just like,
I think both, and honestly, you're right. Like, it wasn't a snoozer. It was a decent fight, but it was one of those fights where I felt like both could have did more. But Bradley made up a good point about Abdulayev just not really having a repertoire like no arsenal, just a 1-2
up and down, pretty. I mean, quote unquote basic.
Yeah.
Up and down,
and it's not like it's if you're just gonna have like a 1-2, your 1-2 got to be like Mikkel Kessler level,
and he's slow too. On top of that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So if you're gonna be slow, your timing has to be perfect.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of worried for Muratalla because his last couple, like out of his last 3 or 4 fights, he weighed over the limit of 135. So I thought, I know he made weight pretty comfortably, but I thought maybe he was too big for the weight in that. But
he did look big though. He looked like he's at 140 now.
Robert Garcia is a good. I mean, he doesn't change his fighters, but he does a good job training them. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't, unless he's a special talent like Bam or Virgil. You know what I'm saying? Like. But he did a good job. I don't know if, how do you think? I mean, he deserved to win. I feel like the nod was clearly his. Why?
Yeah, no, he won clearly because but it's just more like I felt like he could have gotten Abdulayev out of there because the only positive that they were talking about with him was the fact that Abdulayev is known for late round knockouts, which he is, stuff like that. But other than that, his offense was just there. It was basic offense.
I saw Zara. He stunned him. He stunned Muratalla, like hurt him pretty.
He did hurt him late.
Abdulayev definitely has power, but it's just like it was the type of performance that Muratalla needed to kind of show out. Like, hey, look, I'm here.
Because it was
that's right about that. Like sometimes when you get basic niggas, you supposed to kind of show out, and he didn't. And like it's. Like these guys aren't matched up with crazy different styles like Navarrete be matched up with. These niggas is matched up with like basic dudes, and if you really that dude, you supposed to be showing out sometime, or at least have some great highlight type of moments or something.
Especially because it was essentially an IBF. I know it's eliminator or whatever, but IBF hasn't pressed Loma, so that's a champion to me because Loma ain't fought, and IBF somehow is not strict on Loma.
Well, but with Abdulayev, because keep in mind, Abdulayev only has 1 loss, and he got stopped by Devin Haney because Devin Haney broke his orbital. Like in 4 rounds.
Bradley was like, Devin Haney knocked him out. Come on.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like it's because my whole thing is like Muratalla looks like big, like, and he can hit hard. It just I feel like. You know what it is? These niggas they ain't got the condition or they ain't got the confidence. It's one of the C's. But they don't want to throw combinations, which is the 3rd C.
Like 2 years ago, he was on a prelim. I don't know if Pat, one of y'all have to see it, where he got dropped really bad by this random Mexican dude. He got dropped pretty fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think certain guys don't want to get dropped, or if they get dropped, it's a Broner effect now. Once these niggas get,
that's the job you picked. What the fuck?
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta get up, but you just gotta get up off the canvas. I mean, Monster showed you what you need to do when you get dropped. You get up and you start whooping some ass. Like
at this day, maybe I feel like an old head, but this day and age, some of these young niggas, they don't want to be on 4K and be me. Tank said it. Tank, the most popular American boxer, said it. He didn't want to get memed and embarrassed. And what happened?
He took a knee. So that's
he took the knee. Yeah, he got the hair. He got the hair.
I was watching one of those damn Chrome battles, and some chick had mentioned that shit in one of her lines. I was like, God damn! And she was saying something about the like who was it? Was it the Vixen battle or one of those? She was like, your girl ain't like. your girl took you like you finally took a knee for your girl to marry her like Tank or something.
But to me, that was telling. Like I feel like a lot of the Haney and Shakur, they kind of look up to Tank. Tank's a little older, so and for Tank to say that, I don't want to be embarrassed. And then like literally a week later, he gets memed up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a meme. I feel like that's the most mentality of most of these niggas. They just don't want to be memed. You know.
Then they need to start being slick. But these niggas ain't slick. Like they losing recipes.
Facts.
Like I don't know what it is. Like I feel you like nobody wants to get embarrassed. But it's like, bro, y'all getting paid a king's fortune. Y'all getting millions of dollars. Y'all getting TV. Y'all becoming stars. Y'all can parlay this into other shit. Like, those are just the risks. Like, you won't be the first nigga to be damn memed up. You won't be the last. Like, are niggas forgetting how bad Pacquiao was memed up with the Marquez knockout?
Exactly. Like,
and that was a fight of the year where he dropped that nigga hard as fuck too.
Yeah.
If you look at the way Marquez fell like he was dropped out of a helicopter 5 feet off the ground. Same thing with Pacquiao when he got dropped the first time. Like bro, like
yo,
Loma will probably beat the shit out of mid-top.
Yeah, there's a thing
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
my thing is, why won't the IBF, who's quote unquote,
that's a good fight though.
But the IBF is so strict, giving us these, the mandatories that have no names, the shot, but they haven't pressed Loma once. It's just kind of funny.
Well, because I think he has an injury exception. That's probably the reason why. But
not sure.
But I think with that one, I think Loma has until I forgot what I think it's like September or something like that to fight.
So this turned into a retirement to injury. Like, what the fuck injury is it? Like, at first I'm hearing retirement. He ain't want the Tank fight. How did he get injured if he ain't fighting? What's happening now?
I think he's having another. I heard somebody's having another kid. But it's just kind of. I don't know. They eventually have to press him, right? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there's a deadline. Lomachenko has an actual deadline, and if he doesn't fight him, then Murata is the new IBF lightweight champion. And then
all I'm saying is Lomachenko was available when it was Linares and Luke Campbell and
Corolla,
Pedraza and Corolla and all these niggas were available. He was ready. But as soon as when you start getting the Haneys and the Shakurs and the Tanks and the Motorola's and Motorola Sports and this and whatever the fuck, this nigga ain't ready.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it never sat right with me with how badly Lomachenko ducked Haney. Like,
fuck Loma. But let's talk about a nigga on the stable that has a belt, Keyshawn.
What about him?
I mean, I'm saying Keyshawn gets past Edwin, would you want to see that fight?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Keyshawn will probably take care of him. But first you got to get past Edwin De Los Santos. But I think that's a fight at 135 because both these guys ain't gonna be a lightweight too much longer. They're big for the weight,
Yeah,
so.
I mean, lightweight needs to stop underachieving. Like there's too many fighters, too many fighters in their primes right now that are that they need to make more fights to get into the mix. Like they need to have more of
and just better performances. Like if y'all not fighting each other, y'all need to be looking like A+, like the best shit out. Like y'all be looking mid when y'all not fighting the top dudes, and it's just kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, Keyshawn at least understands that he needs to look good. He's been looking good.
Keyshawn, my bad. Like Keyshawn, you right.
I mean, there's a young guy.
But not enough of these niggas got the Keyshawn mentality right now.
I know he's a little away from it. But how many fights would it take for Abdullah Mason? I know it's early, but I'm just saying, like, how much could he have a chance against Muratalla? Like when? Because eventually he
probably now.
I was about to say, like, maybe end of this year, next year? Like he's right up with him now.
He's like he's a little behind the schedule. He's younger, but he's like only 20 or 19.
But the thing is, he's gaining great experience. Where I don't think a lot of these guys are gaining the great experience, because what happens is you gotta ride, like, there's a balance. You either gain too much experience and you get the shit beat out of you too soon, and you don't get the confidence, or it's too easy early.
Yeah, I mean, getting dropped twice, and then he did get dropped earlier before, like another fight before that. But he already, faced his, and that was a big moment because that was a big. He was on the. That was his first time on the main card. I think he was the co-main or the opener, right, on the, the main card. And he got dropped. It was a great 2-round fight, but he got dropped twice by a smaller guy. So he already went through that, early on. So hopefully that's,
And that's what happened. That's what you need to see. I want to see the young fighters go through shit and overcome it well and keep going. Because look, he's getting all the shit that's happening to him is the shit that niggas been waiting for Monster to go through.
Right.
And even then, it's like people complain. So it's like you can't make niggas happy. But we know there's levels, and sometimes it's better to reach certain levels earlier. So you kind of know what the game is, and when you see better versions of that, you kind of know that. Okay,
that's always been my thing with like Shakur. Like I want to see him in deep waters, and they didn't even put his toes in. Pause. I'm just saying
because he's not fighting the styles. To first of all, Shakur Stevenson's not fighting the right styles. He's fighting the names. He's fighting quality, decent names that look good on paper, but they're not threats. Shakur doesn't fight enough threats. A threat doesn't always have to be a quality name. That's the difference. Like even I bring up the David Lemieux, like decent as far as quality name, but he's a legit threat.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Shakur Stevenson fight a guy like Lemieux, who we know ain't as skilled as Shakur easily. We know that. But he's a fucking threat, meaning if you slip one moment, he could knock the shit out of you.
Right.
Keyshawn is the best lightweight, but taking Shakur won't fight him. Salute Chris Brand. What it do? My bad if I missed it.
I mean, I know the Shakur thing. Like they have a whole history, and I know that neither guy wants to fight each other. That's
They're
they
brothers.
said they would fight if the money right.
I'm sure you heard the story of Zab and Floyd. They were close. I mean, maybe not as close as Keyshawn and Shakur, but they fought for the money. Tyson.
Well, no, they weren't close like that. They Zab and Floyd, they were not close.
Maybe Zab over.
I think they was closer, younger at one point, but
at one point, yeah.
I think once it got to their fight, or like when it seemed like a fight was possible. I don't think it was closer before, because the 100 rounds video, like around that time, I think them niggas was close.
But maybe Zab over embellishes it, but he always says him and Floyd were real close and tight, and came up together, and things like that.
I think Zab was more like the Broner Tank mold, where like Floyd ain't gonna really consider him close because Floyd ain't a street nigga like them niggas.
Yeah. I mean, both Zab and Floyd, they were in Sweet Pea's camp. Like they were young boys. Like they're the ones that they were like sparring partners and shit like that. So that was that. But
kind of like Floyd with these young niggas. Basically Floyd with these young niggas.
Yeah, but I mean, by the time of that Zab and Floyd fight, though, I mean, obviously Zab was. This is one of the few times that where Floyd couldn't even be the bad guy if he wanted to, because everyone was rocking with Zab. Everyone's like, yeah, Zab was street, and Floyd was just trying to he was just trying to be like the good guy, like and have like play Zab. I still remember that build up because everyone was rocking with Zab, hard body, like Zab.
And Floyd kept clowning Zab about the money, like he's a millionaire, like Zab is a thousandaire, like he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I saw Zab on MTV a lot, more than Floyd back in those days.
Because Zab was hip hop. Floyd really wasn't.
He's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Brooklyn shit.
Yeah. These boxers now, they don't embrace that shit. Like, or if they do, they embrace it too fucking much. Like
like Berlanga.
No one's saying, yo, be in the World Star videos, be on clips, be with the skits, be out there. I want to see that, but there's a balance, nigga. Like, make sure your training's on point.
Yeah, absolutely, though. But
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but like I said, hopefully 135 will start going in the right direction. Like, but that Top Rank card though was entertaining for what it was. Like, it was it was not like, I mean, the Cortez fight wasn't entertaining really, but the other fights were, especially the opener. Shout out to Crazy A for putting out one of the better like prelim openers. Like that was a whole war in that fight. I think Top Rank is because obviously as Top Rank is getting ready to announce, what 3 networks is going to carry. carry their fights. Like they've been really making an effort to really tighten up their cards and stuff.
3 networks, then no one wanted them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
no one was like, yeah, I'm gonna drop 50 mil on these niggas. They're like, nah, like, well, we only want like. It's like I feel like each label or whatever platform gave them a list of the fighters they only want.
Mm-hmm.
They said, look, we'll show these niggas fights, but you got to take these other niggas somewhere else.
Yeah, they said it's gonna be, it was gonna be TV and streaming, like it's gonna be combined. So,
okay. So we already know. Okay, the Oscar Valdez is the Navarretes is the Keyshawn Davis is all them niggas get TV, and the Marathas and whoever the hell get the damn the streaming. Like yeah, we got you. We y'all sit at the kids' table during the picnic.
Yeah, the facts. So
y'all eat the hamburgers and hot dogs while we eat ribs
and the steak too, like
and the steak and shit. I mean,
yeah, but With Topic, we'll learn more probably in the next couple of weeks of where they're gonna go once the ESPN deal expires in July, I believe. Which is a good segue into a possible home with Pro Box, because Pro Box had a fight this past weekend and it was disappointing. But it didn't end disappointing.
I didn't even watch this fight, bro. I saw the KO on Twitter, like the little clip, and even that didn't look exciting. So
no, I was really hyped for the relevant thing. I've been kind of following him, and I'm a Pro Box guy, so I've been following Valsane and Najee Lopez. I did expect the main event to be intriguing, but man, there's levels, huh?
It was surprisingly, it was the worst fight on the card, with Erickson Lubin and Ardrell Holmes. Like, the funny thing too is the build for it. Like, they were talking shit to each other. Like, they were pushing each other in the rings and shit. Like, I would have thought that, they would have thrown some real hands at each other. But I think, LB, I think you mentioned in the boxer that, how Lubin might actually be mentally kind of ruined from that because
Fundora ruined Lubin. I'm gonna just be honest. Like he'll never press a fight again. Like he'll just do just a smidgen of enough to win. And once you get to that level, and if I feel it, yeah, I'm attacking you all day. And it's like nobody wants to do that yet. Like he's been getting lucky. Like, and when I say lucky, like when you get the version of Jesus Ramos that he got, you lucky.
Right, exactly.
You get this nigga on Pro Box, you lucky. So, what's his name? I think it was Pilot in the chat or King P. One of them niggas said they ready. He the contender for Murderalev.
Yep. That was for the Mando.
It's an IBF eliminator.
Yeah, Murderalev. Yeah, I think he's number one in WBO as well now in their new rankings.
So if you didn't learn, like my whole thing is, look, even if you fight somebody better than you, or I tell everybody I know who's sparring or whatever, like when in doubt, punch it out. I know niggas, that sounds crazy to say, but I'd rather you go down fighting or make something happen by throwing punches than just get executed with your hands up, not doing anything.
And here's the thing too. Holmes is a light puncher. Like he's only had 6 KOs in 17 fights.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing that I feel that's the thing that caused it, because I've seen him kind of like, Pat, you probably seen him too. Like he was coming up he got a nice knockout on Undefeated Fighter. He was winning some fights, on the level up. I expect a little more because like he's 6'1" and that reach. But yeah, I guess Lubin and him sparred. They were kind of close, and
they were amateur rivals. Like
they're amateur rivals. Yeah, but it's like it's a thing where like, big bro. Big bro
the fight was boring as hell.
I'm tired of this big bro shit in fucking boxing, yo.
Yeah, but thing is, I don't think they were big bro like that because, like I said, because they were pushing each other and shit like that. That wasn't for sure. Like them niggas was talking shit.
I don't think they had the type of rapport that Rhodes and Tank had with each other.
But the way Ardrell Holmes fought, he fought not to get, like he fought scared, man.
Well, yeah, because he felt the power. That's the problem. Yeah, he felt Lubin's power.
But even from the beginning, like he's seen Lubin, he's seen Lubin, knock people out or just have, so, and he's familiar. It's like he fought not to win, like, and I was excited because these pro box fighters, Leo, Roach, I'm missing the name probably, but
McCumbee.
McCumby, yeah. But these niggas, they go to the big times and they show out, make a name for themselves, even if they lose. Holmes derailed his, he's Holmes.
He forgot that he thought they could actually box, and then basically he avoided contact, and then Lubin was so tentative. Like Lubin didn't even it took him 11 rounds to kind of figure the shit out that, okay, look, I can go in there and I can finish you.
Yeah,
that's 11 rounds too long.
He could have stopped him early, like 5 rounds. The way that he was fighting.
Because Lubin has the power. Lubin used to ice guys early, so you know he's a changed man. It's taking him 11 rounds to stop a guy who's barely fighting him back.
He's more gun shy now, obviously. With the Jermell shit.
The worst thing to be is gun shy and have power. Mm-hmm. That's like when them schools get shot up and a cop there with a gun and he don't want to go in there. It's like, nigga, what you doing? And that's what it looked like with Lubin. Like, you got all this power, you got this TNT in your hands, and you're like, I don't know. Nah, fuck that. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, it was very uninspiring. I mean, he stopped him, but like I said, even the stoppage, like I said, it was cool, but it was just like, oh yeah, you stopped him, cool, all right, right on, that type of thing. Like it was just like it was expected to stop him, but it just took too long to do it, especially from someone who wasn't fighting back. So I mean, Lubin, Dubov guy's Mando, and he probably has a title shot next, but against Murtazalev, you fight like that against that dude, you just ask him to get pieced up,
Yeah, and he'll get pieced up from a distance and probably get stopped in 3 or 4 rounds.
So Lubin has to.
He's just gonna sit there. Zoo gets stops quicker because he's coming at the dude with no defense.
I kind of hope for Lubin because he's been so close so many times. I give him somewhat a chance, but the way Murtazalev looked his last fight, but nobody wants to fight this nigga. So I'll give credit to Lubin, if he takes the challenge for a third title, second, another.
Who else Lubin gonna fight?
Yeah, exactly.
He's not becoming a must-see fighter with these performances.
He ain't fought since I think Ramos fought twice since then. He ain't fought over 500 days, up till Saturday. So it's like,
everybody that went on with their career, Fundora became champion.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Lubin, for as long as Lubin's been around, Lubin should have. I mean, Lubin didn't even pick up. It's crazy that he has not even picked up a belt once. I mean, Tony Harrison picked up a fucking belt at 154. Come on,
That's the thing. Lubin don't even have that one high level marquee win either.
I mean, because I got I kind of got heavy back into boxing around the time Jermell and Lubin fought. So I was watching his YouTube and I was like, damn, Lubin's confidence, okay. I knew Jermell Charlo, was a champion and the twin and everything. I wasn't really too familiar. So I expected a good fight. I brought my boys over because the card was kind of loaded. And, that happened. And that happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, okay. But to his credit, Lubin brought himself back, got some wins over former champions that were kind of washed, but he won 4 or 5 straight, he was winning. But yeah, you're right, Shutter. He don't have that signature win because when he went against Fundora, he fought like a dumbass. He could have won that fight. But he fought in Fundora's wheelhouse and got his face like Martin in that, against Tommy Hearns type shit.
Yeah, I mean, dude is in year 12 of his career. He's been around for a long fucking time.
He was a bright young, he's one of those guys that were really a bright young prospect, young guy that was, crowned. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's guys like that were touted really highly.
The Olympic Committee was pissed because Mike Tyson's promotion signed him away from going to the Olympics and things like that.
I remember that we were talking about that in the I think the OG ring thread back in the day.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Yeah, niggas were talking about that for pages. So I feel you, but it is what it is. And Lubin is who he is. A lot of these niggas is who they are right now.
Yeah,
that's just it.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope it doesn't turn into Andre Durrell with the title wins, having an interim belt as his high point and shit like that. When he could have clearly been a world champion.
He's the guy like Francisco Bajada kind of. Bajado, that kind of.
Well, no, I mean he surpassed Bajado.
He surpassed Bajado, but he ain't surpassed Durrell. Because Durrell at least has marquee performances and wins though. He got robbed against Frotch.
Sure did.
But he beat the shit out of Arthur Abraham.
Sure did. Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, Darrell just got random showbox ass opens that were entertaining too.
They were, you know.
Who was that one nigga he was fighting where the trainer was like going off on him or some shit?
Were the Darrell Bros hype kind of like the Charlos? Because I missed their come up, so we're like they kind of had.
They was hyped.
Yeah, no, I mean Andre Darrell, he won a medal at the Olympics if I'm not mistaken.
I think he won a belt. Yeah, I think he won a.
I think it was like bronze or silver. I forgot. But he was on that same Olympic team as with Ward in them. So it was like.
Yeah, matter of fact, you might have people. You know what? Yeah, you could say that the Darrell brothers were more talented than the Charlos. Honestly,
they were. I mean, Anthony Darrell was like it was a beast until cancer kind of like slowed his slowed his thing, and then once he beat cancer, he came back, and he still he at least he became a champion.
Yeah, because the cancer was fucking up his career for like that's the thing, like. Neither brother, they never both got the shine at the same time, like the Charlos and the Marquezes and the Klitschko's. Mm-hmm. The Darrells was always on some like, one nigga's up, the other nigga in the hospital, the other nigga out the hospital, the other nigga in the hospital or some shit.
But they kind of came up. But they came up a little bit before PBC, when because PBC pushes the niggas. Like they weren't really around for the original. Like I feel like if a few years later, that kind of.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I mean, Darrell never got to benefit from PBC. What Darrell, Andre never benefited by
Andre. Yeah, Anthony did a little bit.
They were like probably not, they were a little older, than the Charlos at the time to get pushed like that.
But then you got to remember, the Charlos took a while to get on. Like, niggas was making, they was making those $100,000 paydays, and they were stacking them up for years, fighting quality ops at 154 before they really got their title shot.
Well, because I'm saying, that was like when they were at Golden Boy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when PBC, let's be real, because when PBC came, I got back into boxing when they kind of branched off, because they were pushing the niggas, like Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Like they were pushing, the loud brat. Bro.
Like it was a whole marketing thing. Like, look, niggas boxing like PBC.
Yeah, niggas boxing. I see people in my Discord chat. Some people are, the Mexicans are like, oh, they always favor black fighters on PBC type of shit. It's like.
Hold on, wait. Teofimo Lopez is in your Discord? Interesting. Wow.
Fuck. We'll get to that later. Fuck Teo, man. Fuck.
But yeah, we'll get into Teo like after we get past the recaps and shit like that. But yeah, no. But Lubin though, it's now or never with him, because there's too many people. There's too many one-off champions that became champions, like Hurd, and you have Rosario and all of them. Like they all became fucking champions. Like but dude.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, like this.
Lubin was just like it. Damn, even J-Rock.
Yeah, J-Rock became fucking champion. Like these.
When you said that with such disgust, like goddamn.
I mean, J-Rock is respected, but it's just like there's just too many fighters that that didn't even have this type of push. That he didn't have that grinded and got to be world champions, and he's over here still beltless. But
yeah, that's facts. Yeah, you right.
I mean, Murtaza Leo, for crying out loud, has a fucking belt. I mean, he's like, come on. And that motherfucker was fighting dark matches while Lubin was getting the main events. Like, come on. Like it's now or never for Lubin. Like, bro has to.
And then Patch, what's that one nigga you hate? Teixeira? I can't pronounce his fucking name.
Teixeira? Yeah, Patrick
dude who beat Adamus.
Patrick Teixeira.
Teixeira. Become a champ? Didn't he have a belt?
He was a champ because he beat $1 for a belt.
Yeah, he sure.
Yeah, so it's like when it comes to Lubin, it's like, damn, you're too talented and been around too long to not have got a belt at 154, where it's like the belts just be changing hands every other night type shit.
Yeah.
That's why I always say Jermell Charlo's a Hall of Fame, because not too many, like, he picked like one of the hardest divisions to come up in and rule and conquer and be undisputed in, where like a lot of niggas, their division might have like one or two dangerous fighters, and a motherfucker might become undisputed and only just fight one of those dangerous niggas. But 154 is not like that. You kind of have to fight 80% of the niggas out there.
And Mel fought in different eras of 154 too. On top of that,
Yeah.
On the last part about Lubin, though, when I mentioned when I got back in the box, I felt like after seeing him get knocked out, I chalked it up to him it being a little too early for him. You know, that was too early to fight Jamel.
It was, but credit to him for taking the fight when he had the opportunity, because a lot of niggas would have pushed out.
When he had the chance, yeah.
So I don't. That's just the way the game is. A lot of niggas wanted to took that fight.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
remember Cotto? They didn't want Cotto to fight Floyd at one point when Floyd wanted the fight. I said Cotto not ready.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Lubin, like he took it and he got knocked out. He learned from it a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
He said a little bit. It was like he learned.
You know, but yeah, I mean, we're rooting for Lubin, but it's just like, yeah, bro, it's gonna have to like put it together. Like now, like you're in line for a title shot, just put that shit together, though. You know, it's like,
and go out swinging, bro. Like as bad as you got beat up against Fundora, it was a fight of the year, and you know we know you gave it all. May not have been the best strategy, but we know you gave it all.
No, you were winning on the card.
Again, I felt like he could have won that fight. He was in the warehouse.
Yeah,
you know,
that was a winnable fight. But I'm talking about the effort he gave. Like I'd rather see a nigga give the wrong effort than no effort at all.
Facts.
That's my whole point. Like we're not seeing enough effort. Like these niggas is fighting the type of fights where if they got jumped in the locker room, they wouldn't like there would be nothing. These niggas could go 3 more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not leaving it all in the ring, and that's the problem. Like you're not gonna have a legacy like that when you always got more left. If you want some George Foreman, you fighting 20 niggas a night type shit, then yeah, go ahead. But y'all not.
Yeah, no.
So put 100% on this motherfucker and win impressively.
Right. That's a good segue into the last recap, though. Of someone who's known for doing that, but unfortunately, you know, Father Time is like came knocking. Unfortunately, I'm talking about one Lee Wood, you know, fighting Anthony Kakachi, you know, and
good fight, like, though.
Yeah, it was a good fight though. And I'm not really high on Kakachi now because Duke clearly was doing a little ducking when he gave up his belt, but I won't get too much into that though. And Lee Wood was coming off, was a 2-year layoff, give or take, or whatever they were saying.
I'll give Kakashi credit because he did say he didn't fight the best version of Lee Wood.
Yeah.
Like right after the interview. So he did know that. I give him that. But yeah, like.
Yeah, because the first thing I said, I was like, damn, like he's jabbing him up. I was like, damn, he's outworking them. Like, I was waiting for Lee Wood to kind of like wake up or whatever what he was doing. And it was just like, damn, Kakachi is like really controlling this fight. Like he started to give him the business a little bit. Like it
could have started picking up because at first the fight started slow, and I felt Lee Wood got a couple rounds, but it was close type of. He just maybe had ring like there was the type of rounds you give somebody when they may not have landed the best punches, but they kind of controlled and dictated what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a few of those, but it always felt like Kakashi was always just getting the better of him. And to the point they was going back and forth, like counter, like he lead back. Like there was into it, but it just Lee Wood just looked like a guy who was just rusty. Like the form was still there,
right?
But it just felt like he was just a tad, like a step behind what was going on, like a half step behind, because the jab to the body was working, and it took him too long to get the right hand fluid. And we all know Lee Wood got a crazy right hand,
right?
And he wasn't letting it fly like he normally do. Like it kind of took him too long, and he landed a few good ones too.
Yeah, but
like, I thought he buzzed Kakashi with a couple shots, but like it was never no follow up. He couldn't really swing the tide.
Yeah. And Kakachi's right hand, I think it was the right hand that sent him into the ropes originally for the standing 8. Yeah, because
I think it felt like.
Yeah, I was like, goddamn, Lee, like, what are you doing? Like,
Lee will be making everything super dramatic.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, that might wake him up too. but it's just like he just simply just couldn't handle. Like once Kakachi, I think Kakachi went in for the kill, and Wood just didn't have it. He couldn't get into that second gear anymore.
Yeah,
and and he basically, and then after catching the combination, like Wood's corner threw in the towel, and I was just like,
because he was moving. He was now he started running and moving and slightly turned his back. I don't feel like it's turning your back when you're 12 feet away from the person and you're at an angle. Like you're circling and you just caught the angle bad. I don't think he just turned his back completely, but he was definitely trying to get the fuck away from him and buy time. And they threw in the towel. They did the right thing. So
yeah, they did. So I mean, right now we'll see what's gonna happen with Lee Wood if he's gonna announce his retirement, because I know he's been talking about their retirement for a minute now. Because he's had some hard fights. Obviously the Colin fight.
Has he?
Yeah. Obviously the Colin fight is probably the hardest fight of his career. Like it was the fight of the year.
The Laura fight
for that year. So it's like
even the wins, even his big wins are hard fights. Like
the
Zucan.
The Zucan Warrington fight. Yeah. So we'll see if he retires. And then Kakachi, though, I mean, I know he mentioned Foster's name and stuff like that. So we'll see where he goes. So Kakachi's on a little run right now for him, But and like I said, dude's having a late career because dude, like, he's knocked out Cordina and now he's knocking out Lee Wood, and he's only had 10 knockouts.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be but let's be honest, like he's getting the right timing with a lot of these guys, like. Like,
I mean, he's a little less shop worn, but he's 30. Like, it was crazy seeing him being the same age, 36 as Lee Wood.
Yeah, he's a preserved 36.
Like in a better be. I'm just saying, like, in a way of like he's a younger 36 than some of these niggas.
And he's a younger 36 who has momentum on his side. Like some niggas, they start winning, they fight better.
Yeah, he beat Warrington. He's getting these old heads out. He's doing this BAM shit.
He's doing his damn Burchell. He on his Burchell shit. Like he cleaning up all the old dudes out of the division. Like get out of here. Oh, Angie baby, salute. What it do? Yeah, they shut up.
Yeah,
salute. Appreciate it.
But I definitely had to mention the fact that, like I said, Kakachi is good. Hopefully though he takes more serious fights, because I know, like I said, he ducked Sugar Nunes, who's going to be fighting for his old belt I think next month or something like that in Japan. So it's like, and I was looking forward to it because Sugar Nunes, though, he's not a joke. I mean, dude punches extremely hard. So it's like I was waiting to see how he would be able to handle someone like that. So, like if Lee Wood retires, salute to him, because like I said, for a UK fighter, dude gave us some quality scraps, over like the last 5-6 years or so. Yeah, quality.
Yeah, I looked forward to like Lee Wood fights, and there ain't too many boxers whose fights I just be looking forward to like that. Like
especially from the UK.
Yeah, especially from the UK. And that's not no diss to the UK. It's just
don't get me wrong. Like we've watched UK fighters for years, but it's just like this current crop of UK fighters are not it's a little different now.
Yeah, it's just different. Like, I even see that with the fucking Americans too, man. It's it's a different crop of remember, we've been doing this ring game for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's whole careers we've seen play out.
Yeah.
Since we've been doing this shit. And it's like you've seen a crop of new people come in, and it's just
We'll see how their careers kind of play out, and
we'll say it like that.
But I think that's all our recaps, and there's not really nothing what fight I really want to preview, because there's only really one fight to preview, but I don't want to really preview.
Hold on, wait, what's the fight? Because I don't fucking know.
What is it?
Boachuk versus Micaiah Fox.
Oh yeah, that's one of them, but that's
Johnny Fisher who lost last time is fighting that. Remember the Johnny Fisher? He was on the big card and he lost to Dave Allen, I think.
Yeah. He got
the gift, right? That was the worst robbery of the year, arguably. He got fucking beat up bad in that fight.
But that's I think there's a rematch for that this weekend. Too.
Yeah, I think those are the only 2 fights. But Hodgick versus Fox is probably worth the watch. But
the card's trash. But it's on Fight Night. It's on UFC Fight Night shit.
Yeah, but I'm not looking forward to no damn
Fight Pass. My fault. Fight Pass.
Johnny Fisher. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that fight at all. Like I'm like,
it'll be NBA playoffs. I might catch Boachuk Ortiz.
So yeah, like if you want to have a social life that night, that would be the night to have it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. But the one thing definitely gotta bring up too, because this motherfucker can't stay out the fucking news, is fucking Teofimo Lopez again. Like, I mean, these days, like you think, like, I mean, obviously, dude has been racially, like, he's been baiting people with his racism, casual racism, blatant racism. Dude has dropped the N-bomb in tweets and stuff like that, like, nigga. Like I feel like that. I feel
Monkey
like
interview, like he's been going crazy with it.
What's the difference between him and Ryan Garcia, the niggas?
There is no difference. Like,
okay,
they're essentially the same. It's just one person's been punished, and I don't know for some reason every time someone brings up Tio, niggas always bring up Ryan.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference? Because Ryan has been dragged through the mud for all of his shit that he's done. But Tio is allowed to chill because niggas think, oh, he Mexican, he can get away with it, or whatever.
That's my whole fucking point. Like every time I'm glad he said it because
just because
every time I turn around,
listen, nigga, hold on, real quick, PSA for all my essays out there, nigga. If your last name end with a Z, nigga, you can't say nigga.
Ramirez, Lopez,
all y'all asses, y'all niggas can't say that. You never hear me go, yo, what's up, my? No, I don't do that, nigga. I'm not one of y'all.
It's it's what Paul Mooney said. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and anytime I see a tweet bring up Tio, the first thing a nigga do is bring up Ryan, and I'm like, hold on, Ryan been taken out the Undisputed game. He's been suspended. Like he even apologized. Like. Yeah, I know he said some foul super shit. It's still fuck him for that.
Fuck his apology.
Yeah.
Fuck all of that. I'm just saying that no one ever keeps the same energy for Tio, and Tio has done worse and done it more often. Yeah. Everybody gets on Ryan for doing it real bad one time, but Tio does it on a weekly basis for like the last 3 years.
Because remember, when Ryan was doing it, he's saying, oh, mental health, I wasn't in the right space, I was on drugs, whatever. Teofimo doing it with a smile. I
hate to laugh too. I hate to laugh, but it's true.
Bro, like honestly, he's telling the truth though.
Eating bananas on camera with a smile, laughing at the camera, saying nigga hitting the heavy bag. It's like, nigga, you want somebody to beat your motherfucking
That's what I'm saying. But for some reason, this nigga gets a fucking pass. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what it is? I think the boxing community as a whole kind of hate Ryan Garcia over the whole Devin Haney shit, controversy, all of that. So they still got some of that animosity on him. So it's just they can't let it go, or they just want to keep living it, and they just going to ignore Tio. And my whole thing is like, yo, like, give Tio some of this energy already, please. The fuck?
I thought when he went on It Is What It Is, I thought, Cam and Mace would have checked his ass even harder than they did and keep that nigga in line. But he went up there and he just gave them niggas the run around like, yeah, I mean, I said it, but this is what I meant by it. And I grew up in this community. He gave the fucking politically correct answers just to walk out.
He always does that. He did that on Broadway Joel's podcast.
He did that shit just to walk out the building, and then when he get alone with his own people, he like, all right, record this nigga video.
He said it twice. I mean, he didn't say liquor. He didn't say liquor. Okay, he didn't say liquor. Okay. And he said it twice. He said, N or ER twice.
Yeah, because sometimes because sometimes nggers gonna be like, well, I thought I heard liquor the first time. He just said it once. So
but he said it again. He said
it again. It was clear as day. It was clear as day the first time.
Yeah. You know, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? It's like, why are you so bothered about Terrence Crawford right now? Like, just like, weren't you just all buddy with him? Like, this motherfucker had his arm around you and shit like that. You was over there. You showed no type of pressure or energy.
Nigga, that was that prison buddy
Crawford
shit.
checked him. You know, Crawford checked him, obviously. But, yeah, it's corny. Like, I was a fan of the takeover, but I just thought today, I want to get knocked out. No, if a nigga actually gives him the shot, if you know, cause you know, there's an argument they don't want niggas, you don't want, you know, black guy should give him a payday. But if a nigga does take a payday and gets him out of there for the quote unquote culture, he's gonna get some clout off that.
But these niggas don't be trying to knock motherfuckers out no more.
Like imagine Keaton up. I'm saying, like, I believe in Keyshawn. I don't know if Keyshawn's ready for that. It's a great, it's a great fight.
If he end up beating a nigga, it just makes it look worse.
He ain't fought a nigga. I mean, he fought an African nigga. But I'm just saying, like, imagine, you know, I don't know if Keyshawn's ready. It's a fight.
But imagine the nigga eating bananas the whole build up to the fight, doing all types of crazy shit. Yeah. And then he go in the ring and then knock the nigga out. It's gonna be like,
I think niggas is kind of low key afraid of that too.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, I think Tio might get jumped. It's like niggas might just be like, fuck it, like we can't do it the right way. We just gonna do it anyway, like.
Yeah, and it's just sad because the WBO is just basically, like I know Pilot mentioned it in the chat. Like it has like what you call like a hollow like response to it. Like, oh yeah, but you know, championship, yeah, you know, not be racist, blah 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 blah. But okay, what's the action? No action. Not like you're not stripping him of his belt.
I swore the WBC did more to Ryan, but like,
yeah, it was.
Who the fuck is putting Teofimo in the video game too? So you know.
But they only did it to ain't Ryan last name Garcia, nigga? Like how they? Come on, he ain't got the Z. He ain't got the Z. He ain't got the Z.
But it's just like, you know, like motherfuckers just like, I mean,
what if they got the S instead of the Z?
I don't know what they're waiting for. Are they waiting for dude? I mean, everyone, are they waiting for him and his father to go in a full blown, you know?
I mean, to me, that was a blanket. It was like a blanket statement. Like at the very least, fine him, make him do a public apology, like on Twitter and everything. You know what I'm saying? But like if that's all they're gonna do, that's some bullshit. I'm sorry.
Dude, the apology, the apology ain't gonna work no more. The motherfucker just gonna give a political correct answer and dance around that shit.
Okay, I mean, do y'all think stripping him is too much, or would like I heard niggas say strip him? Pause.
Real quick, did he post that video himself, or one of his people posted it?
I mean, his dad recorded it. His
dad recorded this and then posted it on the internet.
I don't know. I know the dad recorded the video and he kind of egged it on the start of the He said Crawford's name first, I think. You know what I'm saying? In the video, he said Crawford's name.
I'm just saying, how did this shit get out if it's only Tio and whoever in the fucking gym?
I'm pretty sure somebody on Tio's team probably put that shit on the internet.
Yeah, because somebody records it, then it's like, look, man, one of you niggas leak it. Like, we know it's coming from them, so fuck him.
Yeah, Tio's he's just starving for attention. And at first, it was, you know, it was tolerable, but yeah, like fuck. I used to be a fan. I would love to see Keyshawn beat him, knock him out, and that would do wonders for you know type of thing.
I feel you. I used to fuck with Tio too. Like you and me, the only one that picked him to beat Lomachenko. Like we was hyping up the takeover, but it's just a fake over now. Like you fake fucking. Yeah. He ain't a fake racist. He a real racist.
You know, and when he lost to Kambosos, you know, kind of like it was like, you know, when Thurman lost to Manny a little bit, you know, like damn, you lost to 0. But now, fuck, you lost to Kambosos, you a bum, nigga. Fuck you. I hope you get knocked out.
He don't need to be fighting. Look, the only black person I want this nigga to fight, and I probably won't watch the fight, and I'll give my reasons. I would love to see him fight Richard Hitchens and lose a complete boring ass, utterly disgusting 120 to 108 decision. The fight is so boring and one-sided that no one ever wants to see Teofimo
again. Well, also, I felt like and I've said this before a million times on the pod on here. I think Haney versus Teofimo is going to happen at welterweight. I've said that 147, and I think that's the fight. You know that could happen. But I don't know now. Tio would probably be. I favorite Tio back then, and I probably still favorite Tio now. I go.
That's why I don't want the fight. Like, don't get this nigga this payday, man. Yeah. Let him fight Richards and Hitchens and lose a boring ass fight no one cares about, and that's it.
Yeah, I would pick.
He don't deserve a good fight
too. I'll pick Tio in that too. I haven't picked Devin Haney to win no fight except his last one, nigga.
He looked horrible in that shit.
And Teal looked big.
He always looked horrible.
I ain't gonna say all that. He have his moments. The Devin Haney could box is just the last two fights kind of.
Nigga, I've never been on YouTube and seen the Devin Haney highlight tape. Nigga, I'm just telling you. Nigga,
I mean, to say that he doesn't have highlights would be disingenuous because he does.
Yeah, but you know what? In general, a lot of this generation of boxers don't really have great highlights though. That's a bigger thing because when you think about it, look
now
does Devin Haney really have crazy highlights like that? Like he has highlights,
there, but he has clips here and there. They all do. But now we're kind of almost circling back to slickness because most times those videos.
Yeah, but okay. Let's go there. But I'm gonna go from a different angle. So no, not only are these niggas no longer slick, the offense ain't dynamic like it used to be.
Yeah, there's no tricks.
There's no flair with the.
I mean, Tank is KOs. Tank is
niggas
KOs,
don't have a vintage combo that they hit niggas with. Like, oh, let me get in my bag. Bow.
Niggas don't even got a super punch no more or nothing. Like
Keyshawn been looking. He's got some favorite matchups, but he's got some potential to be slick. I feel like Keyshawn's, lately. I don't know.
Yeah, at least he has a dynamic offense.
I feel like the signature we got right now is what? Tank's uppercut. That's only signature.
Yeah, I mean, Tank. Tank's a popular American boxer because he gets knockouts usually.
Yeah, but see, Tank has highlights though.
And it's in the same and most of his highlights are in the same fashion with the same punch.
Yeah, no, but I mean the way he did LSC, my dad texted me about it. LeBron tweet. I'm just saying the way he did LSC made him a star. The way he did that.
But that's the thing; these other niggas don't have that.
None of them.
And they don't have a lot of them either. Like it's like, come on, look, dude. If I was to say, hey, yo, Prolific, my nigga, hey, give me a highlight video of Inoue. That'd be easy as fuck. Easy.
15-minute clip, 15-minute video, nigga.
Now, if I say, hey, give me a highlight video of Shakur Stevenson. All right, hold on, Jay. Shutter. That's gonna take about. Give me like 2 months.
It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be a video of slips and weaves.
But not even about.
It's gonna be running
about slick, but a guy with dynamic offense. Tito Trinidad. His highlights is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind. Even So it's like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, what young nigga right now has a highlight video as crazy as Felix Trinidad's highlights? Ain't too many. You had to start naming niggas who already better be even fucking.
I mean,
you had to name pound for pound level niggas.
It was cans, but Wilder, got a nice little KO package, on YouTube. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Something.
No, because you know what? For his credit, Wilder put them cans away. Wilder stacked them cans on the shelf quickly.
Wilder got 40 some knockouts, nigga. Like, come on.
Yeah,
so I can't even get at Wilder.
That's what I'm saying. If you got cans, you might as well just kick them instead of just.
but these niggas, Erickson Lubin, y'all get a nigga and y'all have 11 rounds with the can.
Yeah.
See, if Wilder was going 11 rounds with
they got cans.
Exactly.
They got cans, and instead of kicking them, they trying to play jump shots with them. Put them in the shoot them in the fucking cart and miss them.
You see, once Wilder started going a distance and couldn't stop putting the niggas away, niggas like, man, fuck that nigga. As soon as that shit happened, man, on to the next. Who we got? Who's
up?
Who's out
but
there?
But yeah, that's the thing. So if these niggas ain't slick no more and they offense ain't dynamic like they used to be, we are left with a mid-ass inferior product that is no longer what we're used to receiving in boxing. And that's a problem.
And then the ones that like a Teal that can produce highlights, they okay, yeah, we need to keep him around because he may be a racist, SOB and all that, but he generates fan interest.
You know what I feel like? I feel like all sports are going through this right now, where niggas is getting paid too much and people are caring less and less about the actual craft of the sport. Like people are making way too much money too fast, and they don't really care. Like remember back in the day, niggas had to train for 6 months to make $100,000 that they know that's all they gonna get for the year.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas gotta
make sure
niggas gotta make sure they don't lose that fight because they know that could be the last 100,000 they ever see in boxing if they go out bad. So they're training life and death, blood, sweat, and tears, crying, making weight, all that shit. Niggas don't care about that now. They like, nigga, I'll pay the fine. What's the fine? If I'm overweight, 40 grand? Oh, fuck that, nigga.
Yeah,
we had 3 of the lowest punch output fights in the last 40 years, all within the same fucking weekend.
Yeah, and that's fucking weird. And
you know how horrible that is?
All by guys that have been on the panelists. Well, besides one.
And none of these niggas are, I would say, slick. And none of these niggas are great offensively. So, goddamn. So you would think you would get let me get some, Mickey Ward, some regular standard contender action, just pro box level action, and you're not even getting that.
I mean, just to add on to to Rome's comment about what niggas used to be paid like. It reminds me of this situation where Michael Nunn, back in the day, he lost his super middleweight title to Steve Little. Steve Little had a journeyman's record, and it was a major upset, and Steve Little wanted to cash in on that shit. But Don King only gave him $60,000 to lose the belt in his first title defense. It was fucked up.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was not even 100,000. It was 60,000 because he's like, yeah, look, you gotta take it or leave it, bro, because your style ain't marketable enough, and I don't care if you did beat Michael Nunn. Yeah, so he ended up losing to Frankie Lyles. So
that's a fade right there, nigga. I would have went into war with everybody in the office. Fuck that.
Yeah, I read Don King's book before, and yes, niggas definitely wanted to fade him up. If you think that's horrible, he's
The only people that were able to touch Don King like that was the Nation of Islam, because Don King, tried to interfere with Ali Berbick, which was a kind of Ali's thing, and he wanted in on that, and he had a nerve to push one of the brothers, and the brothers whooped his ass and knocked out his teeth.
Them niggas don't play like that.
Yeah, the Muslims don't play like it, but other than that, because Don King was backed by the mob and other things, so those are the only cats that were able to kind of touch him like that. So the Don King was a motherfucker. That's why he said he said 100,000. Some champions didn't even get 100,000, 60,000. Look, you take it or leave it, bro. You're not a marketable champion.
Because you know what it was. You remember the old saying they used to say people why you signing Don King? He always robbing people. People got to sue him for this, that. He's like, hey, you make more money with Don King stealing from you than some of these promoters not stealing from you.
Yeah, I mean that's why Larry Holmes stayed with him for the longest time.
And bitched and moaned about it his whole career.
Yeah.
Chris Bird, godly ass. I would never think signed the fucking Don King. He signed the Don King.
I mean,
had to sue him for that $4 million though.
I mean, my man Jose was a whole welterweight champion and super welterweight champion. He trained in my gym in Worcester. He was a whole fucking champion. And I remember too, he wanted to get a shot at Oscar, and Oscar wasn't, giving him the kind of time of day because, he wanted him to kind of negotiate with Don King. Don King was like, look, man, you're not getting no Oscar. I don't care if you hold this belt. You got to, you gotta fight. You gotta fight this guy. And, he lost his belt, and then pretty much he had to stay on the shelf until the contract with Don King expired. And that's what it was a horrible story. I was like, geez, but my
much stories that man got that just end badly.
It was bad. I was like, damn, Jose, my man Jose could have actually been more. I mean, he's a 2-division champion, but Don King killed his career because Don King was like, yeah, no, you're not gonna fight. You're not gonna fight. So we'll keep you where you are.
Yeah, they should do a Hulu doc the careers that Don King stopped. That should be. That should be fired, nigga. That nigga probably stopped hella niggas from getting on.
It's funny that LB mentioned the thing about fighters like, why'd you sign to Don King? Because I made more money being robbed than without him. And it's almost like the inverse of what he says. And then when he was asked, Don, why'd you rob Mike Tyson? He's like, why? Because I'm glad that he could make enough money so that I could rob him. Because before me, he wasn't nothing robbed.
And it's low-key facts. Like, dude, in his book, Don King used to, and it's just like some of it's just predatory. I ain't gonna lie. You know, because and boxing is like you deal with a lot of people from different backgrounds and underprivileged. You see more well-to-do boxers now, and maybe that's why niggas be fighting so bitch made. Maybe that's something, you know. But that's another discussion. But
because we all know boxing is like a poor man's sport. It
really used to be that way.
It starts in the street.
It starts in the street. It's a poor man's sport. So Don King used to go to niggas. He'll have a suit. He'll have a briefcase with $120,000 cash. That's how he would sign niggas.
Yeah,
and came from the streets. Who, you know, your mom on WIC. You know, you got a baby on the way. You need daycare. You hustling in the street. You fighting niggas. Somebody come up to you in a limousine and they give you a suitcase full of fucking $100,000 cash, and they tell you, "Yeah, I'm paying you up front for 12 fights."
Yeah, and
12 fights. What the fuck,
nigga? Yo, I am not lying. That's the shit he do.
I mean, this is funny too because
it's hard to say no to that if you from that background.
Yeah, and because Don did it all the time, because Don is from the streets. Like Don was a numbers runner. He killed somebody. That's why
he been to prison.
Yeah, that's why so
he's one of those promoters that you on some Ice Cube shit. You run into his office and you start flipping tables. Like, hey man, fuck this nigga. You ain't picked up. Nah, like it'd be one of those like Smithers. Send the dogs.
Don
the goons, the thugs, like, oh, the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. Don King was like, I mean, the things that he got away with, like someone like anyone else that was probably crazier would have shot him, like because he got away with a lot, but then he made a lot of money, and the thing with Don King is like he made the cards, like it wasn't like he put on some bullshit, like he put on stacked cards of champions. It
was a give and take. It's like a love-hate relationship. Like that's what the Don King shit was. Like you love the product and the presentation, and but you didn't like how the product got tried or some shit. Like it's like seeing like niggas. It's like you see the circus. He's like, oh man, the circus is amazing. Like I seen a nigga do a backflip on an elephant while the elephant was jogging. Like nigga, that's motherfucker. That's some crazy shit. That blew my mind at fucking 6 years old. But then when you see at the end of the circus, the end of the field trip, when the curtains are closed and you see the little midgets getting treated like shit, the elephant getting whipped, niggas spitting on the line, niggas just like, all right, y'all niggas, that's it. Get in there, get in your little cage, motherfucker. Like, you start feeling a different way about it. You're like, oh damn, like,
and that's why it's crazy that's why it's crazy like that. Don King has so many skeletons in his closet. Like, I mean, that's why, like, when B-Hop, I think it was Pavlik or for whatever, he said, like, he was the last person, like, he was the one that put Don King out of business. He wasn't lying, like, because Don King had a hold on boxing for a minute, but, but once fighters stopped signing to him, it was like, it was basically like a wrap. Like, I mean, Broner is, like, his most known fighter in years, and what's Broner doing with a Don King contract now? He ain't doing nothing. He
had like maybe one or two fights, like
and he looked
awful. Video, that nigga was outside of some bando dancing. I just seen the video.
Wearing fur boots and shit like that. That motherfucker looks like a straight up hype. Like he's done.
Yeah, and he's calling out. He's like, hey, Barbosa or Ryan Garcia. He's called out the Fatal Fury losers, and I'm just
that
like,
nigga was high when he was calling out them names.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see none of these fights. Like, bro, like I don't want to see them fight again. I don't want to see you fight.
Yeah, but look, Broner's highlight tape is better than a lot of these niggas.
Facts.
I'll easily watch a Broner highlight tape over a Devin Haney.
Nigga, I'll watch a Broner fight over these niggas. Like, I'll watch Broner fight Emmanuel Taylor 100 times before I watch some of these niggas fight again.
Broner needs to school these niggas. That was prime time boxing right there.
Yeah.
Whenever he
that's what I'm talking about. Dynamic offense. We're not getting either one from these niggas. We're not getting slickness. We're not getting crazy dynamic offense. We're just getting whatever we're getting right now. That's what we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm just not a fan of it. Maybe that's why it's like I don't like if sometimes I'm in the stage now where if I miss certain fights, I don't go back and watch them unless I have to, or y'all niggas tell me like, hey, nigga, this classic fight. And even some fights y'all tell me classic are good, I still don't get around to watching them because it's just like, it feel like a chore sometimes. But yeah, that's how boxing kind of really hits sometimes. Like, we not getting, what we used to. And Rome made a good point about a lot of the sports this is happening with a lot of the sports now.
Except football. Them niggas still got
football,
work.
Really.
Yeah, football, they don't pay y'all niggas shit still. Y'all niggas better work or you better play every game. Otherwise, you're not getting paid.
Well, with boxing, maybe it's not in boxing, it hasn't completely affected boxing as a totality, like where it's like it affected 80% of the sport, like how it's doing the NBA and
the NBA
MLB.
is just
like, because you see it, they've been talking about that with baseball for the last 10 years. Fucking in NBA, they've been talking about it for the last 2 years. Boxing,
because they signing 16-year-olds for $100 million. Like, nigga,
yeah. You better do some home runs, nigga.
I'll never come to practice again. Like,
yeah, especially if that shit's guaranteed. Yeah, if that's guaranteed.
Get him with the iris at practice.
Right. Like, nigga, you want me to show up to the game?
The game, nigga, not practice.
Nigga, I'm on a plane, nigga. Fuck that.
Like, fuck, I'm doing the TikTok right now.
Yeah, honestly, if I see
nigga.
I mean, honestly, if I see a broke baseball player today, that means he's not applying himself. He must have really fucked up in his life. Like,
facts.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's just like so with boxing, it hit like the upper echelon of the sport. Like, maybe not the pound for pound guys, but it hit some of the pound for pound guys and some of the champs and some of the names in the sport, some of the stars, some of the guys who supposed to be the future.
But if you look at it, the pound for pound niggas is what, 31 to 38? Like, them niggas is the older niggas. They the oldest niggas. Right. The niggas that was bred in this. Like, the younger niggas is like, they good for like 10, 11 fights and then they lose and then you'll never hear from them again. It's terrible.
10, 11, shit, they good for 10 or 11 good performances where they look good.
Like King P was saying, they're good for kicking 10 or 11 cans. Once they get that steel jug, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Once they got the Foster's keg, or
right. Once they get that
the Hungry cup, Man tomato can, like
once they get that Yeti cup, it's over with, nigga.
It's like, yeah, fuck that. I kind of stubbed my toe on this can. Like, fuck that. Hey, what up, Kangashi? Salute with the name change.
Salute, Kang Sung.
But yeah, man. But boxing, I just don't want boxing to just, go all the way extinct like this. I know niggas talking about extinct, but they still know extinct as far as the style.
Yeah.
We don't have enough fights where you could call up a random person and be like, hey, turn it to this channel. These niggas are going at it.
Yeah.
We need more of that. So that's all I'm saying. Like, if you're not going to be the slickest motherfucker out there, be the punchingest motherfucker out there, then something.
Be the fightingest motherfucker out there.
Be the fightingest ass nigga. Like, pick a side.
Look, be the fighter where an old ass, like 60, 70-year-old nigga is watching the fight. He'd be like, I haven't seen that since blah, 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 and back in da, 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 da. When you start doing shit like that, that's when you know, okay, I'm doing my job. But when niggas is just in there just jabbing, hook, like, nigga, you playing the game, nigga, or you got some moves?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all
like
are professionals. Show me. Y'all are professionals. Show me. Put on a show. Like, come on. This is sports and entertainment. Put on a show.
See, the last part they forget, the entertainment part you said, because these niggas is more entertaining on Twitter than they are in the ring. Look, Shakur Stevenson.
That's not what we watching them for. We're not watching them for Twitter highlights, nigga. We watching.
Tell these niggas that. These niggas are arguing all day about, damn, hey man, nigga, I passed you the blunt 20 times. What you talking about? You trying to call me a weed head? Nah, nigga, you was on whipping. Niggas is saying all this shit, and I'm like, bro, y'all don't fight this disrespectful. What are y'all doing?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that. I mean, yeah, the social media has these fighters crashing out, acting a little different. Like, it's just like, because it's just weird. Because it's every day, but no contract signed. It's fucking.
And then if you're not gonna fight the nigga you beefing with, the random nigga you fight, beat his ass like you beefing with him.
Exactly.
Like, give me something like this whole
in a post fight interview, they'd be like, "Damn, why'd you go so crazy like that?" Oh, well, I really wanted to do that shit to what's his name, but I ain't get a chance to fight him this week, so I just had to show niggas what I'm on.
Whoever does that interview and says something like that, they will shut down boxing. If somebody says, "Damn, that's one of the greatest performances I've seen from you, man, you shocked the world. You really gave it to him." He's like, so what inspired you to beat his ass like that?
Well, I was thinking about Terrence Crawford when I was whooping his ass.
Yeah, that's what I want. I wanted to fight. I was thinking about Terrence Crawford, but his pussy ass ain't signed the contract when I sent it to him. So I had to take out my frustration on him.
See,
that's the type of energy I want to see.
That's some world star viral shit right there.
Whoever does that, I promise you, will go viral. And if the nigga he talk about, if he don't make that
whoever
fight next,
talking about, niggas gonna be adding them. They gonna be like, "Damn, nigga, you gonna let this nigga talk crazy about you like this? You gotta fight him."
Like,
then look, that fight is already overhyped without all the Twitter and extra shit.
There you go. Meanwhile, but instead, we'll just get cash grab, money bag fights like Canelo and Crawford. Like, all the best ops y'all got, y'all don't want to fight them. Y'all want to fight each other with your low punch output, slow, faint looking ass motherfucking fights all for 12 rounds.
You know what it's like? It's like everybody's copying Jake Paul. They're like, yo, nigga, Jake Paul's just getting paid. He ain't really trying to train and fight these niggas. So we should do the same shit, nigga. We did all this training our whole life. We can really fake these fights.
Honestly, yo, I'm sorry, I think you on to something. I think that's really what it is.
They seeing Jake Paul pulling the money and just talking to niggas behind the scenes like, yo, nigga, we just gonna go down. We just gonna let this shit ride out for 12 rounds, nigga. Just chill.
I wouldn't be surprised because these niggas really fight like they have like you couldn't tell me Jose Ramirez and Haney didn't have a deal not to hurt each other in their fight.
Because I'm sure these fighters get royalties off pay-per-view sales, right?
I mean, whatever's on their contract, it depends.
Whatever's in the contract, there's certain back end money that they get if they go. It's whatever the contract is, but they make bread. Like some of these niggas get money from the fucking concession stand.
But look, so this Crawford and Canelo fight they're gonna get paid a bunch. They're gonna get paid a bunch, and they're gonna get everybody in the world to watch because they're like, oh, it's the best fighter who just beat Earl Spence and he's undisputed, blah blah, whatever. Oh, versus Canelo, blah blah blah. Niggas is gonna overhype it just based off the names, even though there's no bad blood, no nothing involved.
Yeah, see, because that's the promoters and the boxers themselves really giving this fight. The fans don't really care to see Crawford versus Canelo. And Canelo hasn't looked good enough to make us seem like, oh, he's a threat to Crawford.
Because nothing ties them together, really.
That, but also Canelo hasn't been knocking niggas out, so where you can say, oh, damn, man, Crawford, he up against it.
Right, nobody gonna say
that. Like there's no threat level involved. So it's like, it's really a fight. Like, I'll be honest. If Netflix doesn't get that fight, I don't see that fight doing a mill pay-per-view buys.
Because that shit is
Netflix might be the way. But real quick, what do y'all think before we go? What do y'all think of Bud playing to the Mexican? Did y'all see that when he's like, has the Mexican?
He getting ready for the Canelo fight. He knows a lot of Mexicans aren't feeling Canelo right now.
Yeah.
So he's trying to low-key take their fan base, and he's doing it He's doing it in a cool way. I give him props. I mean, I don't really the design for the shirts ain't look hot,
but yeah, they're kind of trash. But he did mention, in an interview, Black Mexican, sales. So he knows what he's doing. Crawford's, smart.
I'm watching blacks and Mexicans fight each other for like years, all our lives.
It's the great. I mean, the race war on Twitter and everything. He's trying to.
But this is the thing. I don't think people. It's only going to be Canelo stands and Bud stands going to be pushing any type of war. Like, there's just not enough casual interest in this fight. The only way people are going to care about this fight if it's on Netflix, because everybody got Netflix, it'll be free and people just watch it. That should have probably do 70 mil views on Netflix. But I don't think people going to buy this fight like that.
No, it's because niggas take too long between meaningful fights.
That's true too.
I think it's gonna really depend on how Katie Taylor and Serrano do, because that's the second one on Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Netflix will have to see how it how it looks. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying boxing out, but because remember,
the challenge is that's an all women's card. So
that's true.
But if they all look, it's a win if they get 20 million, even if they get less than the Jake Paul Tyson.
But I mean, like the backstory here is TKO. That company owns WWE, which is on Netflix now, and Turkey Card's trying to get on Netflix, so it'll probably be on Netflix more likely. Well, either way.
I feel like it's 50-50. Like you said, I feel like a part of the women's card has to be good. I feel like if Serrano and Taylor give us another fight of the year, they'll try to get Canelo Crawford, but I think they'll be making a mistake because Canelo and Crawford are not going to give us a fight of the year.
Right. Remember,
so unless you give us a fight of the year on the co-main, it's going to fail. Because
remember, Netflix,
no one's going to want that
buzzing. That shit, Netflix was only buzzing because niggas tuned in to watch Tyson, right? Mm-hmm. You only tuned in because, okay, I haven't seen Tyson fight in 20 years. Let me watch. Let me see what's going on. And then when you're getting ready for the Tyson fight, you seeing two fights that's amazing. And you're like, damn, this shit is... Y'all got Netflix? Y'all better turn this shit on.
Exactly.
And then when the fights
they don't do that with Canelo Crawford,
like, damn, I can't wait for this Tyson shit. And the Tyson shit, it was just a million niggas online waiting for Tyson to try to swing on this nigga. That's all it was.
Yup, facts.
And it never happened. And they got him. They got everybody. It was like, yo, it's like, yo, hey, everybody go online at 12 o'clock. I'm dropping my album. Everybody's online waiting. And then you pull up a video. I got y'all. I just wanted y'all to see my movie. Got y'all. Everybody's here. All right, y'all ready for the album? All right, check out my new movie.
And that's really what it was. So to piggyback off of that, I feel like Netflix, they know they need to have a great main event for boxing. So they said, look, we'll take the Katie Taylor Serrano. We'll make that the main event now. We'll put a spin on it. We'll get these deserving women to fight on the card, and we'll kind of see what happens here. And I don't mind it, but you can't keep having dud main events. So Crawford Canelo, even if Crawford Canelo happened on Netflix and it's a bad fight, even though the undercard is great.
I'm not gonna lie. If them niggas fill each other out for 12 rounds, I'm gonna be mad as fuck, yo.
Thank you. And a lot of people are gonna be turned off in boxing in a major way. And what's going to happen is there's two things that happen. Promoters are finally just going to put their foot down and say, hey, look, man, we got to make the fights people want to see and stop fucking telling us, stop telling them what fights they should get excited about. Because they're trying to tell us to get excited about Canelo and Crawford, but we know there's no excitement in it because, like you said, the fights are too infrequent and long apart. Canelo's been looking shit for like the last 3 years. Crawford last fight wasn't exciting. So there's not a lot of momentum. And we honestly rather see Crawford and Canelo fight other people. Netflix, but Canelo fight Benavidez as the main event and put Crawford against goddamn Virgil Ortiz as a co-main. Man, that shit might have 300 million views. I'm telling you, bro. Like, but those fights are too hard for these motherfuckers, and no one wants to pass the torch. And that's all it come down to. And some of these young niggas don't want to take the torch. But we just at a standstill. I mean, that's what it is, really.
Hey, you're not
look, if this was 20 years ago, some nigga would have been packed up Canelo, old ginger ass, and got him the fuck on. They'd be like, yeah, you ducking Benavidez, but yeah, Benavidez said hi, nigga. Somebody would have fucking stepped up on some, like, yeah, I'm gonna have the effort here, like, but that's not happening.
No. No, well, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how boxing plays out in the next couple of years, though. But I know we're approaching a couple hours, so time for us to probably get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Though. But shout out to everyone that came through and listened and everything like that. Listen to recaps and listen to us drop some knowledge on some stuff, and put in, and hopefully we put in energy and air for Tio to lose his next fight or get punishment for all his racist bullshit.
Yeah. It's the Fatal Fury era. I wish it was. These niggas ain't fighting like there's no goddamn Fatal Fury.
Facts.
Niggas is fatal flopping.
Yeah. How you have a Fatal Fury stage but no Fatal Fury fades? Like, come on. Like,
oh, facts. God damn. Hold on, wait. I like that title, nigga. You've been cooking. Like, shout out to PJ. He right. You've been cooking all the titles. I'm a Fatal Fury stage with no Fatal Fury fades. Like, nigga, y'all get the fuck out of here. Y'all threw more punches in the goddamn promo animations than with commercials y'all made.
Facts.
Like, come on, man. But yeah, boxing, get it together. That's all I'm saying. Like, just get it together. Like, if you ain't gonna be slick, throw some punches in that motherfucker.
Basics.
What's cooking for Thursday, Pat?
Thursday, I mean, like I said, Thursday, are we gonna finally do the music episode, LB? The other one?
Which one? The Beat Nuts, MJ, that one, 8-Ball MJG?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can fuck with that. Let's do the one with the we'll do because we never did it with all of y'all there, so we'll do the one with the play the tracks. Hold on, we did that with already?
The last episode we did
one of them old ass niggas.
We did it with Marquise. Last time it was just me.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're right. Okay, yeah. We'll do it like that again with fucking
Yeah, it was y'all did one old ass album. I forgot. It was something from '93.
Nah, we didn't do nothing that old, nigga. Stop. But yeah, we'll do it that way with the whole play the three songs or 4 songs, whatever, from each album, and see who was better. We could do that, but yeah. We'll just put the graphic in the chat, niggas. And this is the thing. It don't matter if y'all niggas listen to the albums or not, because we're gonna play some of the songs, so it's all good.
Word.
So yeah, that's it. We'll do it'll be Thursday. And yeah, I'm gonna just say it like this. The next song group is gonna be a group battle. We picking the South against the North. Some fucking world Civil War shit.
I'm saying.
We got 2 duos. We got the Beat Nuts. Shout outs to New York, and we got 8-Ball and MJG. Shout outs to Memphis. So we gonna match up 2 of their albums.
Wait, the Beat what?
Pause. I mean, wait. I know what you're getting. Beat Nuts. but fuck.
That's their name, nigga. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the name. The Beat Nuts is quality. They cool. I had an actual discussion about this. Like, some people feel like they should have been bigger, but I just feel like they was always going to be as big as what they were. Like, pause. Yeah,
facts. Though.
Especially with their name, but we'll get into it more Thursday. But yeah, Beat Nuts versus 8-Ball and MJG. Yeah, so it should be a good little matchup. I know we do bigger names, but we hip hop over here. We like You know, we like to shine the light on everybody. You know what I mean?
Facts. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, you'll hear us on Thursday. So yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpio doing representer, for LB Short, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, who had to be out, for Conscious Pie and for Rome Top 5. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Sample Kings forever everywhere now, nigga. Get it. Tell